We kind of consider ourselves a pretty chatty charity. RM8C, Ronald McDonald House Charities, has really invested, especially over the last year and a half or so, in putting resources and money towards digital outreach, digital marketing and communications. In particular, what we're doing through our social wavelength. To kind of put this into a framework, we socialize online, we create relationships, we build communities so that we can create greater understanding of RM8C, Ronald McDonald House Charities, and its programs and chapters, so more people ultimately will feel compelled to give. And we do this through courting people online, making them our advocates, and helping them have the tools to spread the word about us. You're probably asking, what is RM8C? People know us more as a Ronald McDonald House, maybe, but not comprehensively about what we do and our mission. So Ronald McDonald House Charities is a separate 501c3 organization. We're not McDonald's. We're a charity that is a global charity, 53 countries and regions. We have Ronald McDonald Houses, Ronald McDonald Family Rooms, Ronald McDonald Care Mobiles, as well as a grant and scholarship program. And together with these programs, we serve more than 4.5 million children and families each year. Pretty extensive reach. And our job now as communicators is to get the word out, spread the word, make people our advocates, and hopefully, again, in the future, have them be compelled to give. In 2011, we had a campaign calendar where we were talking about different things at different points of the year, kind of focusing our conversations online around these components. So in January, February, McDonald's puts on a big event that benefits Ronald McDonald House Charities called the All-American Basketball Game. So we started off the year kind of talking about that and the support McDonald's gives to the charity at large. In April, we talked all about volunteerism. We were recruiting new volunteers, celebrating existing ones, and giving them the tools online to share our messages. And in June and July, we just wrapped up our donation box campaign. It was based around an event day called One. We asked our supporters to join us for one at local McDonald's restaurants and drop off their spare change in our RM8C donation boxes to help us make big change. Some really impactful key messages surrounding this campaign is that, last year alone, $25 million was raised through the RM8C donation boxes in U.S. McDonald's restaurants, and it's just a tremendous fundraiser for our organization. And then we're gearing up to launch our season of giving from October to December, kind of our biggest time when people are giving to the charity. We're talking about what it's like to make a home sweet home, help RM8C make home sweet homes for families. So who we're talking to. Our main target for the past 3 years has been this philanthropic woman. A woman aged 35 to 45, has a natural philanthropic air. She's connected. She's, in the upper echelon of socioeconomic status, and we want her to, have her heartstrings pulled. We want her to have an affinity for the charity and ultimately give to us. That's really worked for us over the past 3 years, but as we headed into 2011, we wanted to reach into new target demographics. We wanted to tap into this young generation, the millennials, who have a natural philanthropic air. They want to give back. They want to get involved. They want to inspire change. And we believe that they were someone we wanted to talk to and get involved with the charity. We also wanted to reach to that older generation, the mature women, the boomers, that could give back to us as well. When we're talking to them, we're doing it in a surround sound way. We have a host of different communications channels, trying to reach people in the way that they would like to be talked to and communicated with. We do it through our website, which is the hub of our communications efforts, through e-newsletters, again, through our social media engagement. We have direct mail pieces, PR and blogger outreach, limited marketing, PSAs, that kind of thing. But again, all these touch points kind of centering around our key messages, our key campaign messages, inspiring the donor ultimately to donate. Hold on 1 second again. So one of the key ways we sought to further build our relationships and keep our communities going strong was through social media. We launched all of our social networks and a new website in 2009, and since then we've seen exponential growth. We've seen the value of, again, putting resources and time into communicating online, and we've seen our community grow and grow and grow. Our donors, our supporters are interacting with us on a daily basis through Facebook, through Twitter, and we want to be part of their conversation, part of their news feed every single day. I post 2-3 times a day on Facebook, making sure that people have messages in the morning, in the afternoon, maybe in the evening. We don't stop the conversation. We want people to continue to be engaged with us. The same on Twitter. Every hour I'm tweeting messages out, connecting with fans on an individual basis, so they know that we care about them, and ultimately we hope that they care about us too. And if you can see in this stat here, this was from a case study we did this year through our Day of Change campaign. And at the time, we had 85,000 fans. Today, maybe even tomorrow, we should be hitting at the 100,000 mark. So you can see within just a couple months how much our fan base has grown. But what's more important here is that it's not just our fan base, it's all of our chapters' fan base. And when we talk about our reach, we talk about it through our entire RMHC network's reach. So all of their Facebook pages and fan pages together across the board, we reach about 150,000 people. And as I was kind of mentioning there before, we have this kind of hub and spoke model where our chapters, we have chapters in 53 countries and regions. There's about 297 of them all doing work locally through their programs, like the Ronald McDonald Houses, Ronald McDonald Family Rooms, or Ronald McDonald Care Mobiles. And we've coached them and encouraged them to get their messages out through social networks as well, again, because it's a very cost-efficient, easy way to communicate with your supporters and donors. So when we post something, when we're talking about our donation box campaign, which was all about this one, they're reposting it. When we tweet something, our chapters retweet it. So we're not just reaching 100,000 fans, we're reaching 150, 200,000 fans. And then together, like system-wide, last year impressions-wise and conversions, we saw 19.5 million of them, which is pretty significant. We also put our platforms up, not for auction, but we give our supporters a chance to be part of our platform. So on our website, for instance, it's not about our words necessarily, it's about their words. Sometimes our families, our children, our donors, our volunteers are our best storytellers. They're the ones that have these amazing direct experiences with the house, and the staff, and the people there. So we take their stories and make them ours. We pull them up on our website. We pull them up in our USA Today ads. Their words can inspire others to get involved, to have an affinity and ultimately advocacy for the charity, and again, hopefully donate. But if you go to rmhc.org now, you'll see our Facebook feed streaming through. You'll see our Twitter feed streaming through. We have YouTube videos that are constantly playing. And then we have a whole section where supporters can share their stories through the Friends of RMHC tab. And when this was previously recorded, we were talking a lot about this Join Us for One campaign, but just to touch on it, and I guess some of the successes we saw from this, these key messages about supporting the charity through donating 1 penny, 1 nickel, 1 dime, were everywhere. And again, all of our chapters were retweeting the same message. We used our YouTube channel. We used our Facebook page and event page. We used our website, Twitter. And we got a lot of people to go into McDonald's restaurants on July 1 and drop off their spare change to support the charity. We're still getting numbers in, but we're pretty sure that just based on anecdotal evidence and what we saw on Facebook and Twitter, that thousands and thousands was raised that day just through small change. It's that power of the penny.
Yeah, sure.
And one of the kind of quirky, more or less guerrilla efforts that we did during the campaign was we asked chapters to see if they could get fountains, big civic fountains in their communities, to give the proceeds of the coins people drop in them to the charity that day. We got Las Vegas to do it through a couple of different places in Las Vegas. So MGM and Miracle Mile shops gave their fountains to RMHC, and all the coins that were thrown into the fountains, and I think it was actually the whole month of July, goes to the charity. Again, their chapter's still collecting the money, but again, we think we raised a lot of money that way. And sorry, that kind of component, though, really becomes viral. People loved hearing that story. We put it out on Twitter and Facebook and through our website. Hundreds and hundreds of people were retweeting that message and commenting on it, getting involved and showing, again, just that power of the penny and the power of one person added with a lot to make a difference. As you kind of get into the keys that we've seen to make a lasting connection and continue to foster and cultivate relationships online, kind of 4 tenets that we could take as takeaways. Stay authentic. The conversation shouldn't be specific to an editorial calendar per se. Yes, we have campaigns. Yes, we try to theme and bucket our content, but you never know what's going on online that day. And you want 80% of that conversation to be about your followers' needs. You want to see what they're looking for, what they want out of your message that day, and you want to tweak it to that. The other 20%, that comes from your strict editorial calendar, when you want people to drop change in your donation box or volunteer or give a big donation. That's about you. The rest should be about them. You want to equip your stakeholders. We've seen so much success through exponential impressions by giving our chapters, our donors, our supporters, our fans and followers easy ways to get involved. So whether it's a hashtag or a photo they can share with their friends, or a poll. Yesterday we just took a poll on our Facebook page to see what people associated with the charity. Were they a family? Were they a volunteer? Were they affected through a scholarship program? And I think 1,000 people showed up for that poll yesterday. So there's easy ways to get them involved. Give them those methods and let them spread the messages. Let them be your new voices. Encourage storytelling. I think through just about every single one of our platforms, we encourage people to tell their stories and to be authentic with it. We don't monitor or remove people's posts unless they have an offensive nature to them. We let people tell their stories in their own voices on our website, on our Facebook page, through Twitter, and again, we interact with them. We thank them for their stories. We encourage them to share them and comment with other people so we can connect and kind of build those walls that are established within Ronald McDonald House into an online community. And if you go to our Facebook page, it's probably the best example. You'll see how people are worried about the privacy screens of Facebook. Well, people see this as a very secure area. They're with friends. They're with family. They like to share their stories on our page. And to be flexible. I mentioned it before in the whole stay authentic piece, but the dialogue online is organic. It's meant to be, day-to-day, what you're feeling, when you're feeling it. And it kind of comes and goes. There's high points in conversation, there's low points. But make your conversations and messages relevant to the culture, climate, and attitude present within a given day. If people are talking about the royal wedding, one of the great things we did that day was, hey, the royal wedding or whatever, someone else is getting married. They asked for people to give donations to their charities online. So we tweaked our message and said, give a tribute donation today to your charity of choice. And with that, that's about all I have.